Right, hello everyone. Just a quick one about the markets today. I'm on what's this? Oil. We're trading oil as we do. Today is Monday, the 2nd of February. Now, let me just go over the reasons why we are not going to trade today. Not trading is as important as trading. I even would say it's as more important than trading, because when you know when to stay out of the market, you can save a lot of money. There's been times that I've been in the market and I believe that it's going to do something and it doesn't, and you keep trying to chase it and you keep trying to make moves, but they just don't work and you end up losing money. And then for a whole week or even a whole month or even 6 months, you are trying to recuperate that loss for that time when you went into the market for a few hours. So I believe it's, if not the most important time, it's one of the most important things you should know. So let me tell you the reasons why I'm opting out today. Right, this is the market at the moment. It's live. Now, this is Sunday. This is Sunday through to today. You see this gap here? Hold on, let me just get my tools up. As you're aware, this is live. Right. You can see the gap, right? This gap here. See this gap? There's a massive gap in the market, so something happened over the weekend. I do not know, and I really don't care what it is. It's not important what actually happened, but the fact that it gapped down is what we are concerned about. Now, gaps, some people trade gaps, some people look for gaps and they find out how to do it and master it. But most people either benefit from them or they lose significantly from them. Now, if we were holding a trade throughout last week, right? If we were holding a trade and maybe it was going up or it was going down, and we took this trade, right? And then it gapped down from here to here, right? That gap looks quite small, doesn't it? However, this gap is 175 pips. That's colossal. That is colossal. That is a massive gap. And because of that gap, a lot of people are suffered. 175 pips. People are trying to make 30 pips out of the market. And this just dumped 175 pips. And because of it dumping 175 pips, right? All these moves here, you see all these movements here? They look small. And this is this deceptive thing. All these movements look small in comparison, but you've got to understand it's in comparison to what happened over the weekend. So a simple move like this generally will be 30 points from here to here. Let me just move it so anyone on small screen can see us. This typical move, see this move here? If we were going to take this trade here from here to here, would genuinely be 30 pips, maybe 25 pips, 30 pips. It's registering at 66 pips now. 66 pips for this small movement. So you're either going to have to reduce your lot size or figure it out without even knowing, because it's kind of like habitual. When you see things like that, you just drop your thing there, and then you enter the market here and you just pull it up here expecting it to be about 30-40 points, and then you see it's 65 points. So now you've got to have to at least get 65 points out of the market. It's not there. 65 points is not it's not there. So you'll be stuck in this trade now, and inevitably you'll be stopped out. Can you see it on this one here? Look. Inevitably you'll be stopped out because the price goes above that area. So these are the problems we're facing. I do not trade gaps. I don't like gaps, especially when they're large like that, because it gives you a false sense that that gap is small or the pricing is fine, but it's not. The market is acting irregularly now, And because another thing that it is the weekend, the problem with the weekend is that there's a lot of things that happen over the weekend. Even if there's no gaps, you've also got just things that just people have just come back in. All the hedge funds and all them people, they're just coming back into the office. Just imagine it as humans. They've had maybe a busy weekend, coming into the office, got all these emails and all this workload to do, and on it is to buy some funds, etc., but it's on the books to do. It doesn't mean that he's going to do it immediately. So it's almost like you have to give them time to settle in and do things before you expect the market to actually respond. So that's without any gaps. But now with gaps, there's no way I'm going to trade that. I'm not waiting for that gap, because generally gaps get filled. So if the gap gets filled, what happens? Is it going to go up? Is it going to go down? What's going to happen? Where's it going to go? I'd rather not have that question in my mind, and I'd rather wait for my setups, because I will be forcing a setup right now because I can't see a setup. I cannot see a setup here. There's no setup. I forced the setup last week. I forced one. I saw it was almost like a C trade, a grade C trade, but I thought, you know what, because I'm amped to go, I want to do it, I want to start now, I want to do it right now, this is me, I want to do it now. And because of that, it didn't work out. You just lose trades. What is the point? The market wasn't ready. Right now the market's like in an R in. This area here really is ranging, just like it done last Monday. That's a range. It's ranging. There's no point. And this, people might say, oh, it's broken out of the range here, but look, it's gone right back in. So there's nothing happening there. There's nothing happening. And also, you've got to remember, it's non-farms week this week. Non-farms. A lot of the markets are sluggish in non-farm week, so you're gonna expect this kind of craziness maybe all week. A lot of people don't even trade on non-farms week from Monday through Friday. They just don't touch it because you never know what's going to happen. So me personally, I'm not trading it. I'm not touching it. And I don't care if it looks too good to be true, because what I've noticed is that throughout the years, there's so many too goods to be true. And most of the too goods to be true are not good anyway. The ones that get me are the ones that don't look that good, and they fly. I'm sticking to the strategy. This is the most important part of trading, is to stick to the strategy. Your emotions will get in the way. They will get in the way. But it's your duty for you to suppress those and be professional about it. I keep harping on about professionalism and sticking to strategies, because most people lose their coat and their shirt, etc. in one day. They don't lose it over time. They lose it in one day. They lose it in 1 hour. They lose it in one session because they get a bit angry because the market didn't give them something, and they believe that they want it now. Don't beat yourself up about losing like that, because everyone does it. It's only when you realize that it's not the market, it is you. You're fighting against yourself. Because you are a human being with blood running through your veins. You are a human being, and the mere fact that you're doing trading, right? The mere fact that you actually said, you know what, I want to trade, that means you are a person with entrepreneurial spirit. You are that go-getter. You are that person. And unfortunately for trading, you get punished for being an entrepreneur. But trading attracts entrepreneurs. So that is why people get stuck in this game, because you have to be brave to enter this game. And the brave are the ones that fall on their sword. So you have to be brave but smart with it. You've got to know when to be brave, and that is what separates professionals from mere entrepreneurs. This is not a game of intelligence. It's not a game of physical brawn. It's a game of strategy. That's what it is. It's strategy. You cannot lose your head. It's 100% strategy. I know I'm harping on, but this is what I've come to realize. It's about strategy only. I know people say, oh, this person's got a hunch, or that person. No, there's no hunches in this game. You've just got to have a strategy. You put your stop loss, you know how much you're going to lose, and then you stick with it. The moment you don't use a strategy is the moment you lose. The moment you think, oh, you know what, it's going up, let me just follow it, you lose. The moment you get angry and say, nah, it owes me, you lose. You can lose. You can build an account, right? Just say you had 5,000 in an account. You can build that to 10,000 over 6 months of cool, calm, and collected strategy, and profit taking, etc., etc. And then you have 1 hour, one session where you lose your cool, and you can lose not only the 5,000 that you made, but you can lose the 5,000 you put in there as well in that 1 hour if you lose your head. So it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. Just stick to your strategy. Even if you have an 8 strong losing streak, it doesn't matter. Just stick to your strategy. Maybe your strategy needs to be revised, but you've got to stick with it. You cannot just go in there on hunches and stuff like that. So me saying that, like I said, if you look at oil today, this 172 here, look, this 172, about 172 drop, 172 pip drop. It's too much. I'm not going to be trading in this market today. It's ranging. It's not doing anything. It's faking. It's giving fake signals. There's just too much going on for anyone to get involved in that. So that's my advice for you today, to just stick out of it, especially that it's non-farms week. You can monitor it and see what happens. Maybe open up a demo, and if you must trade on a demo. Because the worst thing is when you trade and then you start having to recuperate losses. You can't do that. It's just too much. So that's my advice to you today. If you've got your own advice, or you think that I'm talking rubbish, just say I'm talking rubbish. You should trade. Don't worry about that. The gap is your friend, or whatever you want to say. Let me hear. But me, in my past experience, that's what I believe, and that's what's happened, and that's what I'm going to stick to. Yeah, so I think that's all we're going to do today for now. So if you've got any questions, drop a comment, like and subscribe.